Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on September 16th, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers for the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the red ball, the Powerball itself. My goal is to hit all 5 white balls and win the $2 million prize with the power play option. Okay, so basically how things work is when the Powerball lottery drawing goes off, I put the winning numbers up here at the top of this list. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Powerball homepage, and the winning numbers were 17, 24, 35, 57, and 63. Okay, so you can see I have the 17, 24, 35, 57, and 63. Okay, so basically what I do is I take these last 3 drawings and I transfer all these numbers over to the game card as red numbers. Okay, and then I do the same for the orange, green, blue, and purple. Okay, so I have 5 colors, one for each of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so for the red numbers, I got 14, I got 12 orange, 16 green, 16 blue, and 11 purple for this drawing. Okay, so over here to the far right, I keep track of how many different color combinations come up. Okay, so there's been 162 color code drawings, and out of this 162, 86 have been a 3-color combination. Okay, 62 have been a 4-color combination. 12 have been a 2-color combination, and twice all 5 colors have come up. Okay, and never have just 1 color come up, like all red or whatever. Okay, so the strategy is since hardly ever do all 5 colors come up, again, the strategy is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate that color from the game card. Okay, so for this drawing, my guess is that no red numbers will be coming up. Okay, and the reason why is because a red number has hit in the last 8 drawings here. Okay, so I just don't think there'll be a 9th. All right, so I'm going to eliminate these red numbers off of the game card. Okay, so when I block out a number like this, this means that I'm not even going to consider this number when I'm picking my numbers. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the individual numbers. Okay, so basically how this works is up at the very top is the master for all the numbers. Okay, and over to the far right is the 5 numbers that just barely came up in the lottery. Again, it was 17, 24, 35, 57, and 63. Okay, so I'm going to point out the 63. So you go up to the master, and here it is. So you work your way down, and you can see that I marked it with a green spot because the 63 was green. Okay, and the 63 was green because of the color code. All right, so here's the 57 over here as well. Okay, so over here you can see this 5. Okay, this means that I hit 5 different groups. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this down so you can see the whole card. Okay, so there's 7 groups here. Okay, of course there's 69 numbers, so I broke things down 1 through 9, then the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Again, that equals 7 groups. And again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate those numbers off of the game card. Okay, so another thing about the individual numbers on how things work is this whole square here. This is good for 5 drawings. Okay, so you could count them out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I just had the 3rd drawing and now we're on the 4th. Okay, so this helps me to predict how many numbers are going to hit in this square right here. Okay, so I'm going to predict that no 60 numbers will come up this drawing because it already hit 2 and the 60 numbers have been really hot. Okay, so the last time I had 2 numbers in a square is way down here. Okay, so this was 9 of these squares away. So 9 times 5 is 45 drawings away since it had just 2 squares here. Okay, so again, I'm going to predict that no 60 numbers will come up. And over here, there hasn't been a 40 number yet. Okay, so I'm going to predict that a 40 number will come up. Okay, so I just eliminated the 60 numbers off of the game card. All right, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the 50-50 picks. Okay, so again, there's 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so there's going to be a majority of either odd numbers or even numbers. Okay, or a majority to the high side or to the low side, or the majority to the left side or to the right side. Okay, so I like to keep track of all that stuff and try to guess what the majority will be. Okay, so I keep track of the drawing since it started. Okay, and there's been 203 drawings so far, and that's since October 7th, 2015. That's when the Powerball lottery went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, so out of that 203 drawings so far, 100 drawings have been the majority of odd numbers, and 103 drawings have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, so I like to keep track of every 5 drawings, okay, and mostly because I want to see what the majority will be out of that 5 drawings. Okay, so for this 5, the majority were even numbers. Okay, so I like to go back in history and see what was going on. So I'm just going to start with this section right here. Okay, so you can see that evens was the majority for out of these 20 drawings here. Okay, so and then it was a bunch of odds, and then it was evens, odds, evens, odds, evens. So I just think it's going to be evens up here. Okay, so that means that I think that the next 2 drawings will be the majority of even numbers. Okay, so for the highs and low here, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to guess that there's going to be the majority to the low side. Okay, and the low side is in blue, high is in red. Okay, so as I go back through time here, okay, you can see that the red numbers, it doubled up here, tripled up here, okay, doubled, and then single, double, single. I think that this is going to be a single number here. Okay, so I think the majority will be to the left, to the low side. Okay, so I also have the left and right. Okay, so we'll look through this, and you can see that there was a lot of hits here to the right side. Okay, and then 1, and then 3 here, 1, 1, 2, 2. So I think it's going to bounce back to the right side. Okay, so I'm going to pick the right side that will come up. Okay, and then over here I have this red and blue. Okay, so red has been the majority a lot of the times. Okay, so you can see that red has been the majority 116 times, so the blue has been 87. Okay, so I think that this blue is going to keep on a run here. So I'm going to pick that there's going to be more blue numbers than red numbers. Okay, so I want to write down what I think is going to happen. Okay, so again, I'm going to go with, I think there's going to be more even numbers than odd numbers, more to the low side than the high side, and more to the right side than the left side, and more to that blue area than the red area. So I'll write that down as well. Okay, so I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so basically what I did is I took all the numbers and I divided it into 4. Okay, and I put colors to these different groups. All right, and down here I keep track of where the 5 winning Powerballs land. Okay, so again, I'll look at the Powerball homepage. The numbers are 17, 24, 35, 57, and 63. Okay, so the 17 is here in the red. Okay, so I marked it down as 1 number being in the red section. Okay, over here was the 24 in the blue. Okay, and this had the 35 and the 57 in the orange. And this one was the 63, okay, in the green. Okay, so when it hits all 4 colors like this, I call this a row. Okay, so this helps me determine when a row will double up. Okay, and when that happens, of course, I want to make sure that I pick my what I think will be the 5 winning Powerball numbers in each of the 4 colors here. Okay, so I have 15 option cards. Okay, so You can see that they're all jumbled up, okay? So what I like to do is the strategy for group one here at this point is try to guess where these zeros are going to be, okay? And then eliminate those numbers off of the game card. Okay, so for this drawing, my guess is that there'll be no blue numbers coming up, okay? And the reason why is sometimes that these will double up here, okay? Like over here, there was 3 in a row, and then here there was 3 in a row, and then it missed again. Okay, so here's 5, and here's 5 more, so I think it's going to miss. And plus another thing is that there's 38 blue marks compared to over here where there's 44 and 51 and 58 over here. So the blue is way behind, so I just kind of think that it may be due to miss. Okay, so again, I'm going to eliminate all these blue numbers off of the game card. Okay, so here's the game card. All right, I just eliminated all those numbers off of the game card here. So this is what the game card looks like so far. So hopefully I eliminated all the numbers that won't be coming up. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group one. And the next one I'm going to go with is number 7, green. Okay, and the reason why is because green had a really long run here of 22. Okay, so the record for all these option cards is 27 drawings in a row. So here's 22. So that's pretty long for a run. Okay, and then it followed up with an 18. All right, so now I think it's just going to be like over here where it just goes a couple, then misses, goes a couple, then misses. Okay, so here's 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I just think it's going to miss right here. Okay, so again, I'm going to eliminate all the green numbers off of this option card number 7. Okay, so I just eliminated all those numbers off of the game card, and this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so I got one more to do in group 1 here. Okay, and that's option card 12. In the red area, okay, this area right here, okay. And the reason why I'm picking this is because you can see that there's 2 zeros in a row here, okay. Over here, there's 3 in a row, all right. So as you follow down through, you can see that there's 3 here, okay, and 3 here, 4 here, 3 over here, okay. So in this red area, there hasn't been 3 in a row yet, okay, 3 zeros in a row. So my guess is that this has an opportunity to have 3 in a row, okay. It hasn't hit yet, so I'm just going to guess that this is the time where it's going to be 3 in a row. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these red numbers off the game card. Okay, so take these off, and whoops, it's already gone. Okay, so I'll take those off of the game card as well. All right, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so that's all the numbers I'm going to eliminate out of group 1. So it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 5, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 2 numbers. Okay, so much like group 1 where I divided things into 4 different groups, group 2 I divided the numbers into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so it works just like group 1 as well. Okay, so I keep the stats for the different colored groups down here. And this is the red area, of course. Okay, so you can see that this here is a 0. Okay, that means that none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. And of course, you can see the 2, and of course, that means that 2 out of the 5 winning Powerballs landed in that red area. Okay, so again, I like to do every 5 drawings. Okay, because again, it will give me the majority. All right, so if there's 3 or more zeros, I color this blue for cold. If there's 3 or more hits, I color it red for hot. Okay, so as you look down through, you can see that if it's red for a long time, then eventually it will turn blue. Okay, so I just wait for that opportunity where everything looks really good, that I can make a solid decision on whether it's going to be a miss or not. Okay, so over here on option card number 2, I think that this orange area, these orange numbers won't be coming up. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these numbers off of the game card. All right, so it's the 17 to the 24, and the only one left is the 21. So I'll take that off. All right, so I'll go back to group 2. Okay, and the next one I'm going to eliminate is this green area here. Okay, I think this will be a miss as well. Okay, so it's the 3 to the 27 and the 40 to the 64. So I'll eliminate the 27 and the 40. So hopefully those won't be coming up. Okay, I got a couple more picks here. Okay, so the 4 gray area. All right, so you can see that it's the 17 to the 20 again. Oops. Okay, the 17 to the 20 and the 69 to the 56. So I'll eliminate the 55. Okay, so I got a couple more here. Okay, option card number 9, the yellow area. Okay, so it's the 12 and the 17 and the 69 and the 29. So there's the 12, okay, the 44 and the 49, all right. Actually, I'm going to leave those alone because I thought there was going to be a 40 number. Okay, so I'm going to change my mind on that. Okay, I'm just going to take this off. Okay, and I'm going to move on. Option card 11, the red area. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the 614, 1765. Okay, those are gone already. The 35 and the 43 and the 56 and the 64. And those are gone already. Okay, I think I got one more. Okay, the brown area in option card 13, you can see it's the 29 to the 32 and the 57 to the 60. I know that those are gone. And those are gone as well. Okay, so those are all the numbers I'm going to eliminate. Okay, I'm going to take these off the board as well. Okay, so I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 6, picking the numbers I hope will hit from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm back in group 1. Okay, I'm looking at option card 11. Okay, and I'm looking at the blue area. Okay, I'm thinking that this is going to be a hit. Okay, so the reason why is because they just have 3 zeros here. So usually 3 and more. Okay, more zeros. They come, you know, very few and far in between. Okay, so it just barely came up here, so I'm hoping that it won't come up here as well. So I think there's going to be a hit in this blue area. Okay, so I'm going to look to see on the game card what's left. Okay, so I got the 1 and the 28 here. Okay, and on this side I got the 37. Okay, so that's it for group 1. All right, and now I'm going to go to group 2 to see what numbers I like. Okay, so what I do here with group 2 is I have a group 2 overview. Okay, and basically how it works is that there's 15 option cards to it. Okay, so what I like to do is keep track of all 15 as a group. Okay, so I do that right here in this area. Okay, so you can see that all the red areas here, okay, that there was 9 hits and 6 misses. Okay, So, and 9 and 6 equals 15, of course. All right, so the magic number here is 8. Okay, so if there's 8 or more hits, I color it red for hot. If there's 8 more misses, I color it blue for cold. Okay, and what that does is it helps me able to predict what group is going to be hot and cold. Okay, so for this drawing here, I think that this blue will have a lot of hits to it. Okay, and I think this red will have a lot of misses to it. All right, so I'm also thinking that this yellow will have a lot of hits to it as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the group 2 here. Okay, and I'm going to start out option card number 1, and I'm going to write down all the numbers that are left on the game card. Okay, for the blue and yellow areas for all 15 option cards. Okay, so I'll start out with this blue area here. I'll see what's left on the game card. Okay, and the only thing I have is the 2. So I'm going to write down blue, okay, and I'll write down the 2 for the first option card. And over here, I'll write down yellow. Okay, so I'll see what I have for the yellow area. Okay, that's the 66 to the 64 here. And I have the 16. Okay, so I'm going to go back and go to option card 2. Okay, so I just want to show you how I do things. And again, I'm looking at the blue area, 9 to the 16, and I'll see what's left. The 12, 13, and the 16. Okay, and in the yellow area is down here. Okay, and there's nothing here. Okay, so I'll do one more. Okay, okay, so the blue area is 1 to 65 and 38 to 62. So I got the 1 and the 38. Okay, and for the yellow, it's 7 to the 31 and the 36 to the 60. So I got the 7 and the 31. And I got the 44. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest on my own just to save on video time here. And I'll show you the results when I'm done. Okay, so I wrote down all the numbers that were left for the blue area and the yellow areas, okay, in group 2. All right, so now it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 7, picking my numbers. Okay, so when it comes to picking my numbers, okay, so again, I want more even numbers than odd numbers, more numbers to the low area than the high, more numbers to the right side than the left side, and more numbers to the blue area than the red area, okay? I also want 3 colors, a 3-color combination, okay? Because a 3-color combination comes up the most, all right? Just about, so far it's been more than half the time, and there's been 4, 2, 4, 4, okay? So I just think that 3 is going to go on a run here, so I'm expecting to see a 3 up here as well, okay? So another thing I'm going to be looking for is over here in the individual numbers here. The majority of the time comes up a 4-group combination, okay? So there hasn't been a 4 here in 4 drawings as well, so I'm expecting to see a 4 up here, okay? So again, when I pick my numbers, I want a 3-color combination, and I want to see 4 groups hit as well, okay? Okay, so the numbers that I came up with for this drawing, I'm going to go with 2, 16, 30, 37, and 44, okay? So that's more odd numbers than even numbers, okay? That's more to the low side than the high side. That's more to the right side than the left side, and that's more to this blue area than the red area, okay? And having this combination, the 2 is blue, the 16 is orange, the 30 is green, the 37 is blue, and the 44 is blue, okay? So that gives me that 3-color combination, okay? And the 2 is in a group, 16 is in a group, the 30 and 37 is in a group, and the 44 is in a group. So that gives me that 4-group combination that I'm looking for as well. Okay, so again, the numbers I'm going with is 2, 16, 30, 37, and 44. Okay, folks, I'm always looking for people to play my game. So instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system. 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. All right, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.